Okay, here we go to another episode of On the Wrist from Off the Cuff. We have another update from you from the brand Artem. Now, they were founded out of Adelaide, Australia, and they're the producers of the world's finest sailcloth strap. Yes, that's right. They said it. And multiple reviews have kind of, including some of my own reviews, have kind of confirmed that. They are super nice sailcloth straps. They are not cheap sailcloth straps. So if you're looking for the most affordable option, this is not the video for you. But if you're looking for the best option, this is something you might want to take a look at. Honestly, I would say their latest design in terms of what you're seeing on my Miele Snowstar on the kind of upper left hand side of the screen right now. Not only is it like the best sailcloth strap option, I'd say if you have those, like a certain watch that you just would love on a bracelet, but you just can never get a bracelet for it, this might be just like your best bracelet alternative in general. It's really that good. So the kind of what we're looking at is a very premium, flexible sailcloth strap inspired by the Blancpain 50 Fathom strap. You can see here on the lower kind of right hand portion of the screen there is actually their more traditional strap, which you've seen featured on the channel before. Also, their more traditional deployant, which I'll do a quick comparison of here in the video. But the main kind of thing we're going to focus on is this updated loopless sailcloth watch strap, which is not cheap at $133 for just a strap, or $201 as seen with that Omega style deployant clasp. So with that said, let's go ahead and zoom the camera out, get these pieces in hand, and take a closer look. Okay, now for you to kind of appreciate what is new, it's also nice to look at what is old. So here is what is previously established as, yes, in pretty much every measurable way, this is the finest, highest quality sailcloth strap that there is. This one has been optioned out with the quick release spring bars and this really cool deployant here. And the cool thing is, as you saw, there's no buttons. Let me just get this off screen for now. There's no buttons there. It's actually done in this really neat way of, you can see it's kind of spring loaded. You see this bar here that holds the tension, and that's what holds it in place. And then it's the same thing on this end that just holds it in place. So of course you would, as you're getting it over, you know, kind of want to get the the tongue through there. Maybe you just do it after the fact if you really, there you go. And it's very nice. And you can see, let me give it a quick wipe there. A very highly finished. The luster on this buckle is fantastic, really well signed. This doesn't look like a parts bin special. This is absolutely something that's been engineered and designed, and just, you know, there's a lot of care and love behind this setup, and it is very, very nice. And honestly, the buckle that comes on here, the regular kind of tang buckle, is no slouch either. But something about this, you know, with the elevated experience of getting a really premium sailcloth strap, this just kind of adds to that, and it just feels right. But one of the things is it still gives you kind of the old traditional layout of having the holes exposed and then having the tongue exposed as well. The nice thing is underneath, though, when it's on your wrist, that's going to interact with it. So it's going to sit on your wrist really, really nicely, right? As you can see there. Now, what have they done? Well, they've evolved the game a bit. Check this out. Actually, I'll leave this here. So look at now the layout of the sailcloth strap. You can see now the stitching still gray in this option. It's just pushed a little further out to the edges, giving it a little bit more of a refined look in terms of the body, and I think making it slightly more versatile because it gives it a more of a contemporary style versus this being definitely more in the vein of kind of a vintage style. Now, And then also you'll see unprotected holes, although they still look really nice. Here the holes do have this nice extra layer of protection there, which is really nice. I believe this is a very soft silicone strip that reduces wear on the holes. And then you have this really great Omega style, engagement there on the clasp. And on my 7¼ wrist, I am using it on the third hole from the top. I have noticed in kind of pictures, most people do have it kind of on the higher end. I've been assured by Artem that this is something that can fit on people's wrists from about 6.5 inches and up. So if you have a really small wrist, this might not be for you. But also, of course, it's going to depend on the watch itself, if you have a watch with really long lugs or not. But you can see that this is really, really nice. And now what's engaging is the tail is tucked beautifully. It just looks really, really tidy, fantastic. And of course, this is a watch by Mila Snowstar. It's it uses that Rolex 904 steel. There's no bracelet for it. And if I was to put like a mesh on it, there's nothing that's good enough in terms of a strap for this watch. It's just really beautifully done. The luster on this polish, let me give it a quick wipe, is just next level, and I just enjoy it so much. But with that, you just kind of want something to go with it and match its kind of level of premium feel because of that fit and finish. And this really does that. So really great from that perspective. I guess I can get into some of the bullets that flashed across the screen earlier. There's not really any bending that's required, and it secures on the wrist really well in terms of kind of that flexibility. The access strap length, again, is tucked in nicely. It fits watches with that 20mm lug width, so 20mm is very common. The strap length itself is going to be 102 versus 106, and then it's going to taper down from 20mm to 18. Again, you do have that nice soft silicone strip there to help with wear. And then that synthetic upper material is great with a leather underside, which is that great natural rubber, which I probably can't pronounce correctly. Kauchuk. I don't know. It's just natural rubber, so it's great. So that means this can be worn in the water, and it can be actually paired with any Omega style DePoint clasp. And this is just the one that they sell as kind of an add-on, which I think is great. So as much as the previous model was kind of already pushing the envelope in terms of an expensive yet premium strap, right, from this end, very nice, expensive, yet very premium. They've kind of taken it to another level, and I'm just impressed because a lot of times people will kind of go backwards. They'll just, hey, let me have my Halo product, and now let me kind of find the affordable version of that. That's a couple of pegs down. I love that essentially Artem said, oh yeah, let's not only make the best one, let's make one that's like another level elevated, and just see how that works out, right? And man, did it work. So with that said, let's actually get it on the wrist and see how it wears. Okay guys, as you can see on my 7¼ inch wrist, wears really beautifully. Look at that. Everything just flows. It gives me those premium vibes, very luxurious. And honestly, when you think of it in the grand scheme of things, it's not that expensive. $200 for a strap, oh my gosh, yeah, mind blown. But you know what? There are $200 straps that are already out there that are very basically made with nothing special, with not a lot of different materials, with no special designs. They're just handmade, which makes them very expensive. I mean, here you're getting something that is really well executed and really well designed. My goodness, I don't even need a bracelet for this watch anymore, because this is like, it just hits. I love the way that the light hits the different texturing there, and it just plays with it, and it just suits the watch. And that dial, as light plays and bounces off, yeah, it just bleeds into this strap, which also light is playing and bouncing off of. Look at the way it lays, holds the wrist beautifully there. It is nicely padded, and then it thins out so that you're going to get that extra structure to hold the watch in place on your wrist. It's a positive thing to have that a little extra cushion here, because again, it applies structure so that this isn't going to be flopping around on your wrist. So very, very nicely done, guys. Holy smokes. I mean, there's no loom to be seen on this watch, and in terms of low light transition, I mean, it's a black strap, guys. We don't really need to see the light dance around on a black strap, you know, in mixed lighting conditions. So I'm not even going to go into that portion of you know, my segments, but closing thoughts here, guys, as we have it on the wrist. You guys, I'll do a couple of slow turns so you guys can just enjoy it while I close this out. Their previous models were already pushing that envelope of expensive yet premium straps, but this latest release honestly put them into that new category. I would say that this strap is more than just the finest sailcloth strap option on the market. It's also pretty much one of the finest alternatives to a metal bracelet that are out there. So if you can't get a metal bracelet and this aesthetic works for you, holy smokes, guys, this thing could be the answer to all your questions. And then when you start thinking of it in the context of a metal strap, yeah, those can cost $200 very easily. So this just does it, man. It fits, it's comfortable, it's tucked. Look at that. It looks good, it's designed well, it's ergonomic. It's really tough to argue with this one. And it just, yeah, you know, it helps me justify the cost in my head. Yes. Being able to kind of, I guess, just fall in love with the aesthetic, with the execution, with what this strap stands for, and the brand Artem in general, that they just, yeah, there's a lot of brands that have affordable sailcloth straps, that have, you know, bang per buck sailcloth straps, and they said, nah, let's just make the best one. Let's just make the most premium one, the finest experience, and let's see who wants something like that. And you know, hey, they have me as a customer, because yeah, I enjoy these a lot. I think it looks great. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, please do it like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe for more content just like this. All right, thanks, guys.